Rajar Shadathrum is dead. The Jadar Shadal have been scattered to the four winds, and Belstar burns. And we feast on what is left. All in the name of the Spinner in Darkness. It watches over us with its 1,000 eyes, unblinking, with approval. Our second foray to the surface has also been a success. Another civilization brought low, brought to ruin, in its unspeakable name. Welcome, everybody. It is the Ash Heritor, and today we're going to continue on the story of the Unbeheld. Our spider apocalypse gradually spreads across the world. All will kneel before us, and all who do not kneel will be consumed. Glory to the Spinner in Darkness. Now, let's get on with this. So, a couple of comments to address. The commenter that said that everybody that comes into our prisons or crypts gets eaten, regardless of who they are, whether they are our own heroes that fail or not. You are absolutely correct. That is what happens. We can't eat Alessandro the Selflessly yet. I believe we need a, in our Wizard's Tower, we need a piece of technology, which I'm going to build because we want to kill him as well. No survivors. We do not take prisoners. I mean, we do take prisoners. We save them for later. I believe if we have the, this will allow heroes to get resurrected. No, this is the one we need. We need prison cells. I'm actually going to advance this so we'll be able to build that a little bit quicker. When we get prison cells, we can execute the heroes in our prisons and steal their stuff and eat them for the glory of the Spinner in Darkness. Alright. Indeed, the previous episode was a great success. We made some absolutely awesome territorial advancements. Ooh, hello. That's a thing there. I think that's just food, which we don't really need here. But hey, it's something. What we do need is a new hero. Because, unfortunately, Masil Unfound was defeated during this previous battle. She fell. She didn't die. Or perhaps she did. I can't remember. In either case, we ate her. Because that's what happens to those who fail. So, let's find ourselves a new hero. We have some level 10 options. There is Lorath Unfound, perhaps. Or Moloch Shadowbiter. I'm hesitant to include too many Shadowbiters into our force. After all, if they get too many, they might become too powerful, and they might start to have different ideas. However, perhaps more Unfound. A ranged character, we have her with the heavy crossbow. That's all she comes with. She's a level 10 character. Obviously, the abilities that she has are easy to replace whenever we like. Also, by the way, guys, there was definitely a comment. I can't remember if it was on the last episode or the one before that said I needed to, that said I should do the Joy Siphoners thing. I have it active. It's just weird that I can recast it. So I think there's like some units that it might not be active on, and that's why I can recast it. But it's definitely active on my main army. I'm gonna quickly just look to make sure, right? So let's jump back to the surface, because I believe this only affects your mortal units, so to speak. Like, what about you guys? Joy Siphoners, active. So, yeah, I'm not sure why we're able to cast it again. We don't really need to, but it's there, we can. Now, there's a couple of other things we can do. We could summon some Chaos Eaters. These are beings brought forth by the Spinner in Darkness. They do not serve the Spinner in Darkness directly, like the Watchers and the Astral Serpents do. They are not manifestations of the Spinner in Darkness's eyes, but rather beasts of primordial chaos that emanate up from the unseen depths beneath creation. The Spinner in Darkness is able to bind them to its will, and will lend them to us. So let's recruit one. It's going to take a turn before we get there. I definitely need to increase the amount of magic that we can employ. There's a couple of things that I would like to have. Casting a combat... Okay, that's potentially good. That's going to increase our combat spell. Because we did actually run out, which was unexpected. But Spells can now be cast on the first turn of combat. I think I want this. The enemies using that against me has shown that it is pretty good. And we're sitting at 300 left, so that's going to prevent me from getting that. Casting a combat spell reduces the cost of all other combat spell types by 25% for 2 turns. I mean, that's pretty good. That's also good. More knowledge. Astral or focus studies here would be really nice as well. But looking here, heroes gain experience 100% faster. Exalted by shadows. I think this is going to be quite clutch for us, though. So I'm going to grab that so our new heroes can rank up faster. And speaking of new heroes, I'm going to go back and make sure that we have one. So there's Lorath Unfound. She is level 10 as well. Einbis Unfound. Again, there are many in the Unfound dynasty. And she comes with an Arc Fire Orb. That's, okay. It's basically just coming down to what characters we want. There's an orc here. 2 orcs of the Scarborn dynasty. And we have Nightbetter goblins. We won't deal with them. They're also only level... Oh, no, they're still level 10. We have Alexandria the Believer and Olmok the Distant. These are level 6 characters. They're beneath us at this point. I think I'm going to aim for Lorath Unfound. Moloch Shadowbiter, he of course has a cool name, and obviously we can change names, but I kind of like the names that we got here already. They're cool. Lorath Unfound from the Vestigial Strand. I like the idea of a ranged character. You already have Draining Blade, but again, these are things that we're going to be able to switch out on our own accord. And we're putting her right here because we are, of course, attempting to create a scouting army. We're going to give her a Dark Knight, at least. It's going to take 3 turns. And we're going to leave the Hell Pigs behind because they're going to be our garrison, but we will move out with the Hunting Spiders. Let's get her equipped and also reset her skills. I also, at the behest of another comment who suggested that maybe I should take a look at Cenaric's Curseweaver and potentially respec her, because right now she's kind of all over the place. She was my first hero, so it wasn't particularly specialized in anything. I think that's a good idea. I will look at that. If it doesn't cost me Renown. Is that Renown? Imperium, sorry. Then I may do that. But alright, ranged attacks, or just checking the weapons that I have available to me. Excessive Force is a tier 3. That would be with a charge. This is, however, going to disable a mount, which I'm not a big fan of. However, we have an even better crossbow here, the Ricochet crossbow, which will not disable the mounts. So, you're going to equip that instead. As for the helmets, Mask of Precision sounds pretty good on a ranged character. Yeah. Gear-wise, we have so much gear. This is ridiculous. Breastplate of the Champion? I thought we already gave that to... do I have 2 breastplates of the Champion? That'd be pretty hog wild if that is the case. Alright. As it turns out, we have 2. Then we're gonna give one to Cenarix. She's got the Robe of Resistance. Now, take the Breastplate of the Champion, although you're not wearing a breastplate. You are wearing a robe. I know, like, the better call would be to give her that, but, Visor of Farsight, I mean, have to, just thematically. Cuisses or Boots of Freedom grant very fast movement and swift. No, we don't need that for her. We have the Murder Ring, the Wand of Inversion. Okay, we'll take a look back at her. I just want to make sure that all of our gear is looking good in all of our characters for what they do. The Crown of Ruin. That's +1 resistance. Yeah, you keep the Crown of Ruin. Keep the Evoker's Robes. We could give you the Boots of Freedom, but then again, I don't think that's quite necessary. Wind Barrier Ring. Cloud in a Bottle. Wand of Blizzards. We actually have a 4th item here, so I could take a Spider Leg for Malisa Shadowbiter. Sounds good to me. And then Asha Shadowbiter, I think, is looking pretty good. Wand of Healing. Amulet of Vitality. Is there something that's just going to help purely with the committing of violence? Spider Hatchling Belt? No, not really her thing. Helm of the Warrior. Yeah, alright. She's looking pretty strong, as is. Then it just comes down to Loroth Unfound. We are going to make you a ranged character, because I like that. So in that case, since you are a fighter, Breastplate of the Champion would be good with you. Well, no. It would be good if she was a melee character, but she's not. In that sense, do I make her a melee character so that I can exploit that better? Like, we've got a couple of tier 3 melee weapons. We've got one tier 3 melee weapon. Because I would like to have one that I could use in conjunction with a shield or something. Because, yeah, unfortunately the spear disables a mount, which I find to be nonsensical. So, we're going to keep the ricochet crossbow. In that case, we don't need the Breastplate of the Champion on her. It's kind of wasted on her. So, the Chestplate of Vitality is, I think, the better option. So, you'll get that. You are getting the Boots of Freedom, because you're a ranged character. You need to be away from the melee. And, I think giving her a Murder Ring is going to be great. Or we have the... So, this is... Yeah, this just grants both of these benefits, which is pretty awesome. Alright. Spider Leg. We can take the Spider Hatchling Bell, so that you can summon spiders early on. And, take the Amulet of Vitality for some more hit points. And then, abilities. Well, Cull the Weak, obviously. Extra damage against weakened targets. Always good. Grim Executioner. Whenever this unit kills another, it gains 3 fortune. We do specialize in killing people. I would also like to get her poison... No, she already has poison weapons. Will this deal more poison weapons? I don't think so. I don't think that stacks, unfortunately. Alright, we'll take archery. And let's grab some abilities here. So, summon animal, potentially. Tier 3 animal unit could be good. Draining Blade. Or Demon Step. Demon Step we don't need. I'm kind of thinking Draining Blade, just so that if somebody gets close to her, she's got an option. Let's do that. And then for her rank 10 one, we could do Summon Animal in that case. So we'll get both. And then we will get, what about Cruel Weaponry? Cruel Weaponry grants, this deals 30% extra damage against units with low morale or better. We don't have that baseline, from the looks of it. So we'll take this, sounds good. And we will of course take Eagle Eye, granting +1 range and plus 10% accuracy. Sentinel grants first strike, no. Archery 2, more accuracy, more damage. He's gonna be super accurate. What does this crossbow do, actually? So, fires ranged projectiles at a target enemy unit, bypasses up to 5 defense, awesome, and then ricochets, hits another enemy within 3 hexes to deal 50% damage to that. Ah, that's what killed my units during the final siege. So this we looted from one of the Jadar Shadal heroes after they used it against us. So, some quick, just... leadership buffs here. We of course want pack leader to increase the benefit of animal units. Is this only... Yeah, grants all cavalry and animal units, because she's going to run a mostly cavalry and spider army. And then, True Sight. Perhaps... Or do I just take Inspiring Leader, or perhaps, Strength Training? I think I'm just going to give her Strength Training. Not True Sight. No, hold on. I do need to get either True Sight or something else. Here. No, fuck it. Then I'm gonna get Vigor, and then we'll get Strength Training. We should be good. I always want them to have some leadership skills just to provide some, you know, meager buffs to the army. I think she's looking cool. What she could use is a cooler, cloak, to be fair. Accept changes. Baroness Loroth Unfound. Sounds good to me. Don't need to change your name. Alright. A little bit of hero finagling. Now, speaking of, we're not quite done with it yet, because I did want to look at Cenaric's Curseweaver. See about potentially resetting your skills. Yeah, this would be a free reset. So I think I'm going to do that, actually. We're going to retrain her quickly. So we have the potential abilities that she has. She is a guide. We need to remember that. So her main thing is actually probably going to be leading her army as a leader. She's getting true sight. That's just her thing as an oracle. We're going to get a pack leader, of course. I think giving some defensive training would be nice. Strength training, also going to be nice. Now we can get animal handler. Nature's Avenger. All animals and plants within 2 hexes gain 5 strengthened. And that's an easy cast. Can be used once per battle. Sounds pretty good. Precision training is also going to be really cool. So we're going to take that. We'll take Nature's Avenger. Spur to action. Yeah, we want spur to action as a leader. And I think that's enough there. So we have 4 skill points left that I think I do want to put into the casting of some kind. So, or at least resistance, maybe? Yeah, I think giving her some survivability is going to be good. So let's give her resistance. And then we'll get Magecraft. Because she does ultimately still do some magic abilities. And then we want Precognition, because she's an Oracle, and that just makes sense. And then let's give her Sundering Curse as well, because that's sort of our faction's thing. Now, the abilities that she has, we could give her Mana Unchained, Warden Bond. No, Mass Rejuvenation, Rallying Blessing, or Summon Undead. I don't really like any of these, to be fair. But I'll go with Mass Rejuvenation. She, after all, does have this staff. And then I think I'm going to take Summon Animal. Alright, so that's, I think, a little bit better. She's much more of a, just a leader-type character. And we have the Wand of the Poison Darts, which does do quite a bit of damage, and the Wand of Inversion to remove status effects. We, of course, want to keep that on her. I'm going to remove the Murder Ring and give her the... Let's just go with the Lucky Ring. I know the Murder Ring is better, but she's not really a damage dealer. So I'm going to give the Murder Ring to... Do we already have that on you? Let's check. We do. You have a Murder Ring. I think all the characters that need Murder Rings have them. So then in that case, I may give it to Mal-Isa. And as soon as we get another city, as soon as our next city is down, we will have another character available, which is going to be good. Though you have the Wind Barrier Ring. You know what? I am switching that out. Just unequip. I'm giving this to Synarix, because that makes sense for her. Instead of, like, a Wind Barrier, we're going to look at this like it's, you know, she has oracular foresight, and so is able to dodge ranged attacks super easily. So we're going to give that to her, and then instead we're going to give you the... I mean, we may as well give a Murder Ring. She's not really a damage dealer, but she can dish out a bit of damage, because she is a caster, so... Alright, we're going to do it that way. Hope you guys don't mind me going through. I could have done this all off-screen, of course, but I think some people at least will appreciate me actually going through my thought processes for these things, so that's why I'm doing it that way. However, if you would prefer that I just do this off-screen, feel free to let me know in the comments, and, you know, if the general consensus is do that instead of what I was doing before, then I don't mind switching things up. Alright, Mal-Isa Shadowbiter, you are leading this army here. However, this army has a couple of key problems. And the key problems are that there's no spiders in this army. So let's actually move... Sorry, I just took you out there. Let's move the Matriarch here. And, what is happening here? We're still besieging Arculis. We're going to probably raise Arculis. Like, it's technically a better city than Belstar. But we can expand Belstar as we see fit. It also has a teleporter already. And it has this Fortress of Woe here, which is going to be pretty cool. It's going to allow us to recruit ogres and basically grants us some extra Imperium. I think all Imperium buildings, or all wonders grant Imperium, which is cool. There's a wonder here as well, but this is a stability wonder, and adds ferries, which we don't need. It's not really our style. Ogres isn't that much our style either, but it's a bit more. Ogres like to eat things too, so that at least works with us. Alright, enchanted crow companions are ready, so we're going to enchant our scouts once again with crows. So that'll give them better line of sight. No governor set for the city of funneled webs. Lorath Unfound, you will now rule the city of funneled webs. Congratulations. More spells ready to launch. We have the Scry Enemy. I could have used that last turn, but I was just basically covered in spells already that I was trying to cast, so unfortunately it didn't work out the way I would have wanted it to. Our giant here, what are you going to do? I think just hang out here for now. We crush this infestation. And our scout here is watching Nidgards. You are currently in enemy territory, so pull out for a second. And maybe move up to here so that we can still watch what's going on there. And we have our 2 scouts in the subterranean who are, of course, searching for pathways. Here in Belstar, we are waiting for the city to fall. You move off, and we're going to drop the Hell Pig right there. Do we take Belstar, or do we take Arculis? It is kind of like, I like Belstar also because it's in this corner location. It's going to be hard to reach for enemies, whereas Arculis is quite a bit more exposed. But Arculis has better improvements overall. Like, it's got a lot of improvements. So perhaps... Actually, I will... vassalize it. Or we raise it. We aren't actually engaged here. Maybe I need to do that. Declare war? We must finish them off. Well, this will be an automatic combat here, so we'll just do that super easily. We don't need to fight here in Arculis. This is just a neutral city that's been destroyed. We lost a unit of hunting spiders. Yeah, we're probably going to inevitably take some casualties there. That's okay. Again, we will feast on their corpses and honor their sacrifice. Now, what will we do here? I think I do end up, will end up taking Arculis instead. We will migrate this to the Unbeheld. This will kill 3 of the population, but we will seize control of Arculis. Whereas Belstar, regrettably... do I vassalize it? It's cat people, though. No, we raise it. A feast. The enemy capital will become a sacrifice. Burn it to the ground. And here, our forces, led by Synaric's Curseweaver, Asha Shadowbiter, and the glorious general Caustic Worm, son of Caustic Worm, who, thank you to the comment pointing out that this Caustic Worm has been with us from the beginning of the game. Started as a baby Caustic Worm and has grown into a proper Caustic Worm. He is indeed a fearsome general, a glorious leader. We will ensure that he survives. Let all know the song of Caustic Worm, son of Caustic Worm. So, let's construct an Overlord's Tower here in Arachna's Vale. We want to just not have to worry about any of those shenanigans. When possible, we will construct another one in the Spinner's Feast. And I think we are pretty good to go. We're looking here. I'm just going to hold this ground in case there's any sort of retaliation coming. You also just coming closer, just to make sure that nothing's going to catch us. And my ruler has leveled up, and another hero has leveled up as well. Okay, so, alright, she's now level 13. So, we could give her... Ooh, Havoc Magic, what is this? Inflicting random negative status effects. That sounds kind of fun. We can start with an Astral Wisp. I like Astral Wisps. They're cannon fodder. No, we'll give the army endurance training. Our forces will be strong. And who else leveled up? Oh, Shadow Biter. Alright. Martial expertise or legendary fighting? Let's get legendary fighting. I like the sound of that. She is a legendary fighter. She's unstoppable. And we have collected some remains here. Let's sell them. More like, eat them. And sell the bones. What items did we get out of that? Just gonna quickly check and see if there's new ones here for us. Anything, just a lot of eagle bows. We've got some more warriors' helms. Another chestplate of vitality. We get any new mounts? Can't click on them because it's disabled. Another ring of opportunity. And another cloud in a bottle. Okay. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Basically a lot of stuff. Stuff that we could indeed sell. So we could, you know, do some arms dealing again. I could actually do some arms dealing with, not you, but, our former, you know, keeper, Leofric Shale. Perhaps he's willing to pay for items. We have many, after all. Like, when I say many, I mean many. How much are you willing to pay? 30 gold? Not very much, to be fair. No one seems to have much money. What about Torbeld? I'm hesitant to give you anything. He also doesn't want anything. And Grix. So the Eagle Bow, we'll be able to get 30 gold for as well. And Korsgulu Lock. 32 gold. Alright, I'm willing to do some arms dealing to you. It's not much, but I have so many items right now. It's straight up ridiculous. What about a unicorn? How much are you willing to pay for a unicorn? 32? I'm gonna hold off. And I want to see actually how much I can just straight up sell these items for. Like how much... No, don't do that. Put the robes of resistance back on. Sell items. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, no. So you do get more money selling it to other characters. Alright. We'll do that at some point. But right now we're not getting much money from that at all, so I want to hold off on that. Alright. We're looking good. Let's end our turn. Oh, our Chaos Eater's already ready. Nice. Where do we want to drop that? I think I want to give that to her. Okay, so this is a pretty beastly army. We have the Ice Spider Matriarch, a Chaos Eater, an Astral Serpent, and 2 Watchers. Quite potent. Let's get a bunch of other spells just ready to cast. So we'll get Prelude of Doom ready. So that's ready to go. Let's get a Summon Greater Animal ready so that we can, once again, summon in an army should that be required. Alright, now we will end our turn. It would appear that I'm being insulted by Grix Heart-Eater. Grix Heart-Eater, sorry. And as well by Leofric Shale. Well, we'll deal with them in time. I think Grix Heart-Eater is next on the chopping block. She's asking for it, after all. New Empire development skill available. Okay, we'll look at that. What do we have here? Teleportation Mastery. Armies are restored to full hit points and regain 50% of their move points when using a teleporter. Teleporters grant plus 15 mana income. Yeah. Yeah, that's our next thing that we're getting. New rally has started. So, we could bring in a couple of Corrupt Souls. These look fun. What are they? Ooh. Alright, so they have melee attacks that deal 18 damage. 90 health. Crushing Anguish. Target unit with morale of low or worse has a chance of dying instantly. The lower the target's morale is, the more this chance increases. If the unit does not die, it sustains 30 frost damage. Okay. Oh, shit. Alright, I like that. Hopelessness. For each morale level an attacker has below neutral, this unit gains 1 defense and 1 resistance. That's fucking cool. A spirit corrupted by the touch of Urath's magic with -2 spirit resistance and immunity to changes in morale. It has slippery and elusive. Slippery means it doesn't trigger opportunity attacks, and elusive means it's not stopped by zones of control. Oh my god, yeah. Give him to me. Recruit them to me. You can also just bring in some Shadow Legionnaires as well. I could grab another Fire Giant, but they're very expensive. So let's just grab a Shadow Legionnaire. We'll bring them to us, and I could also just grab another Warlock. They're quite cheap, and you know their curse is pretty good. So let's recruit it to the Throne City. We basically have an army right there. So dropping below ground. Do they instantly show up? They don't. Okay, I think we have to wait a turn. How are things looking here? Do we need an Overlord's Tower? I think we already have one. Yeah, I already built one here, so the low stability doesn't matter. Okay, we're still recruiting a Dark Knight. Our first. Aside from that, things are looking pretty good. Spell ready, summon greater animal. Let's, of course, get some more spells ready to cast. Let's just bring in another Chaos Eater. It's going to take a turn. Oh, we can drop a big ol' army. Ooh, a hostile army from Sol has been sent to raid your domain. Where is Sol? I need to figure out where that is. Sol. Don't see it anywhere. I don't know what that means. Could this be it? No, I think this is just an enemy, or a one of Grick's Heart Eater's armies. I'm not really sure what they mean by that. Here, perhaps? No. Blight Doctor. Yeah, and unfortunately the notification is gone, so I don't know what that means. Guess we'll find out. Again, I have the ability to kind of conjure armies from thin air, and we can just preemptively, I'm going to move you to the teleporter. You're going to hold here right now. Just merge the armies for the current moment, while the sacking and the raising continues. Caustic Worm, son of Caustic Worm, you are going to, do I withdraw you to Arachnos Vale, or do I keep you here? I think I'm going to keep you here, because this territory is exposed, and I could get attacked. As for Fire Giants, I would like to split up the garrisons here, so what I'm going to do is... Do I have any Watchers here? I shouldn't be using Watchers as a garrison unit, to be fair. I mean, they are good, and they work well as a garrison unit. It's just, like... They're expensive, mana-wise. So, better sending, like, a Warlock as a garrison unit, because they're cheap, so... Actually, fucking... No? Don't want to do Force March? I think I can only do that with heroes. And we'll send you over in that direction as well. Yes. And then these two armies can merge. And hold out here to guard the Spinner's Feast. You're going to hang out here for now. Our subterranean scouts are going to continue searching through the deeps. I also want to make sure that we have... I already have it cast. The Wayfinders. Never mind. So we're good there. And here... Ah, look. Enemy spiders. Dread Spider Matriarchs. Okay, nothing to be gained here then. Then we will return, and we're going to start excavating down here, because I need to find tunnels that'll lead to the surface. And once we do, I'm going to send Lorath Unfound to build outposts. near those tunnels to the surface with teleporters. So that when the time is right, we can begin our spider tide and destroy the enemies. Yeah, end turn. Revel without a cause. I mean, who needs a cause to revel? Your steward insists you hold a formal feast for your distinguished subjects. Unsurprisingly, the event is tedious and insipid. Guests wearing suffocating dresses and awkward robes sit at long tables, solemnly chewing bland meals. Troubadours play dull tunes reserved for refined banquets per tradition. A dancing bear has fallen asleep. Conjurer fruitlessly tries to retrieve his doves from the great hall's rafters. Someone sneezes, then promptly apologizes. It has fallen on you to add spice to this dreadful feast. How will you proceed? We could seek pleasure in inhibited forms of entertainment. Chaos crisis, huh? Your struggle with the forces of chaos weakens your rule, temporarily decreasing city stability. The strength of this scales with higher chaos empire affinity. Okay. Or we could serve our best wines and ales. Cheers, everyone. 407 gold for this. 50% chance to increase stability and gain chaos boon. Your communion with the forces of chaos strengthens your rule, temporarily increasing stability. Okay. All cities would gain this. Okay, at the very least, the Spinner's Nest would gain stability. No. I don't care. Seek pleasure in inhibited forms of entertainments. Bring out the captives. These other meals simply do not suffice. As the chained captives are brought forth to the ritual dining table, the spiders come forth and engage in a glorious feast. Perhaps a couple of the retainers at the feast and some of the guests brought along are unfortunately joined into the ritual feast against their own volition, but, you know, such is how it goes. Alright, Mass Hysteria is ready. So, from here, we could get Havoc Magic. Grants magic attacks of enchanted units to 30% chance of inflicting random negative status effects. That could be good. It's a race transformation. Awaken Instincts. That heals an animal. I'm gonna shuffle here, because I'm not super keen on any of these. I'm not really super keen on any of these either. Arcane Supercharge. That's pretty good. To be fair, that is good. Only targets magic origin units, but I've got magic origin units everywhere. You know what? I'm gonna get this. It's not the most thematic thing ever, but because I accidentally clicked the Chaos Tome, we're kind of stuck with some less thematic stuff for temporarily. But it'll be fine. We'll get more. Okay, so, our forces here are ready to go. We'll amass them together. You are making your way up there. Yeah, get all the way there. Just force march in there, and our garrison is ready. They can heal on their own. You're good. How is our construction going? I'll look in a second. For now, we move down here. Is there? No, there's just free stuff. Production stash. I'm actually going to force march and grab that. 66 production to the Spinner's Nest. It's good. So, we have finished our prison. So, Alessandro the Selfless, unfortunately for you, you will be executed. And then we will inspect him to see what gear he has. He's got the Mystic Mace and a Mystic Shield. Basically nothing, so we're just going to sell his remains. Good stuff. He serves the greater good. How long did the Rally of the Lieges take? Armies being recruited. One more turn. Alright, cool. One more turn for Dark Knight here as well. So basically, we're going to leave the pigs behind, obviously. We'll keep them in the Spinner's Nest, and then the 3 units that we got there, plus the Knight, that should fill out her army, and then we can get to doing some proper scouting. For now, you're going to dig this area out. And you are going to... I mean, you're here. May as well dig this out while we're at it. So we have an underground passage right here. And they want to fortify that. Put an outpost there, but then again, our city might be able to expand over it. Or... They have a lot of armies here in Nidgard. I'm a little bit concerned. I could immediately engage Nidgard. Let's just drop you there onto the teleporter so that you can easily... Oh no, this won't be our teleporter. I don't know what I was thinking. So that's completely useless to put her there. Nothing else to develop at the moment? No, we're saving our Imperium. So... yeah. Looking good. Let's end our turn. Whoops. Zoom in. There we go. In just a sec. You guys are sticking around. You guys are sticking around. You hold there. Oh yeah, let's get some spells ready to cast. So we could ready up another Watcher. And that's going to take a turn. Alright. Yeah, we do need to fix our mana income. So, next buildings I make are going to be focused on that. Meeting hostile soul. Okay. Magistrate Rokos Lightweaver of the Free City Soul greets you with hostility. We, small runesmiths of Soul, will fight for our freedom and stand against anyone who threatens our free city, even when they are led by an oracular seer like you. The blood of invaders, thieves, and spies will nourish the fields. I am at war with Soul. Well, they did already launch an attack, so this explains what it is. Let's inspect where they are. They're down here, near Arculis. Okay, so they're coming up. This is the army of Soul. We will destroy them. They have 6 units here. This is a fairly capable army, to be fair. They do have a Phoenix Keeper. Oh, wow. That is a unit riding a Phoenix. They can charge. Quite a bit of damage. Awakened Burst deals damage in a 2-hex radius. The caster and 2 other friendly units gain Awakened for 3 turns. So, Awakened unlocks hidden abilities, right? Yeah. And adds extra spirit damage. Also grants the caster 30 temporary hit points. That's pretty good. They have Corpse Eating, Defense Mode, and Fiery Rebirth. 1 turn after this unit dies, it comes back with 40% of its total life and deals 15 damage to adjacent units. Okay, good to know. Do I intercept? Yeah, I mean, obviously I intercept, but we're currently transferring Arculis, which I believe has 1 turn left. Can I click on the city rather than the heroes here? Not really. Okay. Oh no, it's mine. It's already mine. Ah! Okay. Arculis will be renamed. How about the Sacral Infestation? I like that. And then we're going to need to give it a governor. But in order to give it a governor, we're going to need a new hero. So, let's immediately hire ourselves a new hero here. Moloch Shadowbiter. Einbiss Unfound. I think Einbiss Unfound, you are a Chaos Adept. Grants +3 Chaos Affinity. When governing a city, the Empire gains +3 Chaos Affinity. That's cool. I like that. Let's actually do that. We're going to hire you. So, you will be... I think you just joined up with this army. No, you didn't. Where are you? Where is she, actually? Let's inspect. See what we can give her first. So... what will we make her? I think we should make her a caster. She looks like a caster. The Chaos Affinity kind of makes sense for that. So we could give her the Staff of Radiance, but that sounds kind of lame. Or we could give her the Satirical Orb. She currently has the Arcfire Orb. The Satirical Orb seems more of a, like, chaos effect, so we're going to give that to her. Right. Or we make her a more melee character. We could use an actual melee character. Ah, I'm in the wrong thing. Like another proper melee character. Like, we could give her a lightning sword. And then we could give her the gilded shield, for example. And then, yeah, you know what? Let's do that. Let's actually give her a, make her a proper melee character. So she's going to ride a spider. It's going give her this gilded shield. It's a tier 3 shield. It's pretty good. It's going to be quite effective. So that's going to grant her +3 defense against non-flanking attacks. And the lightning sword will just be a standard damage. We'll give her the Helm of the Warrior. We'll adjust her appearance, of course. And definitely going to give her the Murder Ring. Spider Leg, because we need lots of those. And, I guess Wand of the Rising Dead. Non-undead corpses raised as a zombie. Nah. Wand of Blizzards. Fuck, I replaced the wrong one. Spider Leg, and then we'll take Wand of Lightning Strike. And of course, we'll give you the Breastplate of the Champion and these cuisses. You are going to be mounted on a spider, because all these other mounts are dumb. And let's adjust your appearance to look more the type. Einbiss, already a cool name. Don't need to do anything there. Alright, here we are. I like this. Unique appearance. A little bit different from the others. And of course, we will adjust her skills, reset them all, as normal. I think, giving her Demon Step is going to be good. It's a nice way to deep strike in and deal some damage. And then her second ability, I do like Assassinate. Let's keep Assassinate. And then, melee-wise, I think giving her Grim Executioner, of course. And does she have poisoned weapons? She does not. Baseline. So we're going to give her poisoned weapons. Do you have Call the Weak? No Call the Weak. Take that. Fighting 1. Give me a melee character. Fighting, or defense 1, I want. Cruel Weaponry. Yes. Killing Momentum. This unit gains 1 action point when it kills another unit. Yeah, that's good. And, Fighting 2? More fightiness, maybe? Swift Feet. That's only while on foot. Now, we'll take, extra defense. Be more of a tanky hero. And, defense 3, yeah. We can even go all the way to defense 4. Making her incredibly hard to take out in melee. She'll still be kind of vulnerable to ranged attacks, but much more of a tough character. Okay, so she is here. So I am already going to deploy Lorath Unfound to start the first expedition down. So you're going to move down these roads here, whereas Einbiss is going to sit here and start recruiting another army. So let's give her another Dark Knight. Should be good. And I kind of feel like dropping the Summon Greater Animal down here and see what we get. Hopefully a spider. Yeah, Dread Spider Matriarch. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Let's summon another Greater Animal. And the piggies will wait while we amass that army. Rainbow Clover has been acquired, Focus Crystal, and Archon Blood. All from the new city of Arculis, aka the Sacral Infestation. So, of course, Einbiss Unfound will rule the Sacral Infestation, increasing our Chaos Affinity to 7, which is good. And what are we going to do here? We definitely got some options. I want to recruit a garrison unit, so we're going to recruit a Dread Spider Hatchling. We're going to want to defend this place as well. And build a Weaver's Hive, which will allow us to recruit more spiders. Which, that requires the Foresters. No, it doesn't. Do we already have a spider building here? No, surely not. Actually, we might. Because they did use spiders against us, but no, it doesn't look like we have that here. Well, Weaver's Hive? Sounds good to me. Let's build that. It's going to increase our gold and food. We also want more mana. But I'm going to look at buildings or cities where I can immediately start construction. I think all of these ones are going to take a little while. The Spinner's Feast needs its Overlord's Tower soon, because it's suffering a little. We have creatures here, so that should be reducing the disorder. It's rioting. Okay. Ooh. I almost feel like we can't rush that. That's absolutely not going to work. Why is our production so bad? Like, it is real bad. Okay, that's just gonna take a long time, unfortunately. Not much I can do about it. Arachna's Vale is looking okay, although it's in heavy unrest, but that Overlord's Tower is going to sort that out soon, and the City of Funneled Webs is still building an Overlord's Tower as well. So I'm going to hold on to my money. Rick's Heart Eater has built a Root of Shadow. Okay. Very dangerous. Belstar is almost sacked. So once that's done, we should be good. Or raised, I should say. Who's denouncing each other? Mustafa Ibn Nazir and Virenwe the Radiant are at each other. That's great. Good to hear. I like discord and anarchy amongst my enemies. And our scouts here can go and pick up this creature cage. Lesser Magma Spirit. Alright. Go back to the garrison here. Can help defend up there. Interesting. Cool that we found that. This is done here. So this scout is done, so this scout's going to come up this way and unearth this territory just so that we have a way through, because, yeah, all this stuff we can't really get through. We can't go through there. Like, I need to figure out a way how to get further down south, because that's where I need to get to with the construction of my gates. My teleporters, I should say. Okay, the enemy army is moving towards us. This is not one of our territories. I could head them off. We could basically just engage them here, which I think I'm going to do. We're going to send in General Caustic Worm to initiate this fight. It's going to be a bit of a rough fight. Some of our units are wounded, but yeah, we can't really heal them right now. So let's engage. I could engage with another one, but we need to, you know, keep the city under control for the moment. So keep this as is. So, we need to be very wary of this Phoenix. Maddow Lightweaver. What are your capabilities? You have Frostfire Detonation. Okay, that's a big AoE. One of Poison Darts. And you have just a crossbow. Okay, so get close to you, finish you off. ASAP. Right. Caustic Worm, Son of Caustic Worm, will lead the charge. Well, he'll direct the charge. Our Watchers are going to move in reverse. Let's see if we can't, because we have a pretty nasty ranged contingent with all these spiky pigs and all that. We'll throw our cannon fodder or our spell fodder into the front. They're all coming this way, so that's good for us. And Ice Spider, you got your frozen web, which is going to be absolutely gnarly to deal with. And oh my god, what do you do? Actually, we just recruited you. You look awesome. Okay, so it's a ranged unit. Sort of. Close range. Chaos Bolt. Deals random damage type. And then inflicts random status effects. Can hit up to 3 times, so that could be good. Consume Chaos. Targets all adjacent enemies. Removes all negative status effects. Deals 12 random elemental damage for each status effect removed. Ooh. Chaotic Rebuke. Attackers within 2 hexes have a 60% chance of gaining a random status effect. Guided projectiles. Yeah, okay. Melee Mage. Can now cast magic and support abilities while engaged in melee. That's pretty cool. Alright. It's got a lot of health. And pretty decent resistances, minus... Or, pretty decent resistance, but it's got Spirit and Frost weakness. So, we'll have to keep that in mind. So let's move this up right here. And our Watchers will take up position here. Along with you. You're going to pull up this way. And our Astral Serpent's going to swing around to get up there. Hopefully we can get there in time. As far as the magic we can do, I could drop a Baneful Curse on them. It's nice and cheap. It's going to soften them up a little. Or, we attempt to devolve the Phoenix. 43%? That would be hilarious. No, okay, it resisted. So let's end our turn. See what the enemy does. We can attempt to devolve the Phoenix again later. That would be really funny if it works. It does cost a lot of mana. But at the very least, it's inflicting a... Okay, so she just used her Frostfire Detonation, I believe? No, she didn't. I think that was the Phoenix doing that, then. I dislike that. That, I think, should not be a thing. I kind of wish there was a little bit more line of sight blocking in, like, looking at this. There's absolutely no way they should be able to hit me, and I kind of assumed that, but apparently that's not the case. Which, yeah. Not so sure about that game. Well. Okay, Havoc magic has unfortunately been resisted. We could charge in, deal some damage. We could kill this hero, but let's drop a Psychic Gaze here. And then our spiky boars can come in and launch some attacks. We've got more spiky boars that can assist in launching attacks. Let's pull them in this way. We can give General Caustic Worm the ability to attack, but then again, we can also get Seer in, and then we can ensure that Caustic Worm scores a kill. No, he's not going to be able to now. Okay, then it's going to come down to our Watchers. Finish you. Okay, or not. There we go. Alright, enemy hero down. Spider can advance over this way, and the Astral Serpents can advance here. Caustic Worm, you're going to hold back. I don't want you to die, so... we'll see what they do now. Okay, they're coming. I didn't cast the spell. Oops. Okay, that is gnarly business. I think that was the Phoenix that's doing that. Can it just do that over and over again? Cooldown 2. Okay, Again, if I lose my spiky pigs, I'm not overly concerned. Okay, they're eating corpses. Let's, they ate their own leader's corpse. That's, it's kind of gnarly. Hold on. Hold on here. So it seems... I'm not sure what did a bunch of damage to me. It may have been a spell. No, Soul uses Inner Radiance. I honestly have no idea. Alright. Let's drop a Baneful Curse right here, because it's going to hit 3 of them. Nice, so we got some Sundered Defenses. And what we can do now is do Consume Chaos that will only hit 1. God damn it. Because I can't move there for some reason. Alright. Maybe if I kill this unit first? We could. So I really want to be able to, yeah, let's just get this unit out of the way. That way we can get our big boy in close. Okay. Pigs do the spiking. You advance. I want to hit them with the webs, but that's going to inflict only friendly fire, which is not what I actually want. So you can just finish them with the basic attack. Why don't you do that? Wow, what a dramatic scream. Okay, now do this. That should do a bit of damage. It's not that much, though. Yeah. Target cannot be affected. No, we're at, like, perfectly... or exactly the wrong range to do what we need to do. You could dish out some hits, potentially. Dealing some damage here. Can we get a status effect? No. You can't leap, unfortunately. You could do an attack. You could also do an attack there, but it's not going to do much damage. Okay, I think I need to land status effects before I do the Chaos Eater, because that just didn't really do a whole lot. Okay, what the hell? You're taking huge amounts of damage. So that... I didn't see. I mostly just look at their, like, main abilities. Because it just did multiple retaliations against me, I believe. Which doesn't say anything about. Maybe it just hit multiple times? Do you have a multi-hit? No, you have a charge. Not sure what happened there, why we took damage twice. Okay, I may lose my Chaos Eater, but... also, the damage that it does... I'm not... yeah, I'll be dead honest. I was not enthused with the damage that it could have dealt there. Alright, let's drop a Sundering Curse on you. Or do we try and kill off the other units and leave the Phoenix for last? No, I don't think so. I think we need to kill it. Spider can drop a thick web here. Be good. Nice. So it's slowed. Can dish out quite a bit of damage here. And you can now drop in right there. Just hit them both with effects. Caustic Worm, Son of Caustic Worm, can launch his attack. You could finish off the Phoenix. That's a good idea. Take him out. Alright, so it's out of the picture. And our Watchers. We need to get out of the way of the Phoenix before it explodes. So I want to maintain a little bit of distance here from it. Unfortunately, right now, Caustic Worm and Curse Weaver, I think, are going to get damaged by it. So what I may do is drop a Healing Roots on Caustic Worm, just to make sure that he doesn't die, because he's a little bit more at risk than the Curse Weaver is. Yeah, there it comes again. Oh no, yeah. Yeah, what is that? Inner Radiance. Is that a... God damn it, clicked the wrong thing. Tried to click on the actual ability. Holy crap. We're taking some losses here. Okay, Phoenix must die. That is known. Alright, Caustic Worm, finish it off. Good. It's dead. And you are going to give Spur to action to Caustic Worm. So Caustic Worm can now launch the attack on one of these other units. Let's see here. We'll get the Astral Serpent to finish that one off, and then we're going to have Caustic Worm attack this squad right here, whereas now Curse Weaver could launch the Poison Darts. Or do a Mass Rejuvenation. Let's actually do a Mass Rejuvenation, because we have some... We've sustained a whole lot of damage. But ultimately, I'm not overly concerned about the units we've lost, because we are a little bit mana depleted here, so... Losing a couple of high mana dependence units, especially the Chaos Eater, was really disappointing. It just didn't do any damage. The status effects that it was inflicting were mostly just getting resisted, and then its big ability was just like, that would have done nothing. So maybe I'm using them wrong, maybe I'm not spec'd right to properly use them, not sure, but just didn't seem like it was very good. Let me know in the comments if you have had more success with them. Yeah, I think I want to continue dropping some healing roots down in places, so let's make sure that we heal up the Ice Spider. I do not want her to die. Alright, that'll be everything then. Okay, so we've got good healing going on. They're attacking my Watcher, that's okay. Again, the Watchers are not the biggest loss if they die, because they're easy to get new ones. Alright, well, this should be that. Caustic Worm, you can jump in, or do we dish out the bombardment first? Let's move here, soften them up, and we can let Caustic Worm finish them. We could drop a... no, we cannot. Alright, we'll do this, actually. Okay, so now all of our animals are strengthened. Still won't kill it. Okay, drop the Psychic Gaze there. Hopefully that'll land a stun. It did not. Alright, that sucks. And our Astral Serpent, unfortunately, cannot flow past them. Alright. Caustic Worm go for the kill? No. Matriarch go for the kill. I feel like Caustic Worm should be able to move underground, but apparently that's a no-no. Alright. I'm gonna drop a Healing Roots there. Just using very basic spells right now. Yeah, we sort of bottlenecked ourselves. This was not my most tactically sound battle, but I also wanted to test out a new unit, so... A new unit that unfortunately died. but what can you do? Okay, and then Caustic Worm. Shout some damage, and then the Watcher can finish it off. Perfect. Alright, that's that. Some unfortunate losses there. A lot of crappy tier 1 units, though, so... And tier 2 units that, ultimately, I don't care all that much about. Well, we got a Shadow Legionnaire from the deal. They're cool. So, just a nice, tanky melee unit. We'll throw them in the Curse Weaver's army. Along with, I think we're going to put the other Watcher in Curse Weaver's army as well. And Caustic Worm will be on his own for now. Don't worry, we'll get all that going soon. Okay, so we have, defeated that. Let's, pillage this quarry, get some money while we're at it. The city is still being razed. Maddow Lightweaver has been captured. Wonderful. We are going to see what she has. Crossbow, good. Helm of the Warrior, good. Leather armor, meh. Pony, eh. Poison darts, meh. Okay, Ring of the Inspire Kill. All a bunch of meh stuff. However, you attacked us, so die. And then let's sell her remains. Alright. We've got some money here. We could queue something up, or we could even rush production on the Weaver's Hive. I think that's going to be a good call. Let's queue up a Stronghold, and then hurry production on the Weaver's Hive to get that instantaneously finished. Righto. Spells are ready to summon a Watcher. I think this is not a bad idea, though. I'll hold off. I'll hold off for now, again. We're not being threatened at the moment, so... Yeah, some unfortunate and probably unnecessary casualties in that battle. But, I think the Chaos Eaters are kind of... mediocre? I don't know. They probably need more setup, I would guess. Like, you probably have to drop some more debuffs. I almost certainly jumped the gun in that fight. It was not particularly tactical of me, but, I got impetuous and underestimated my enemy. Happens from time to time. It's alright, we roll with it. I could load save, but that's boring and dumb, so I won't do that. Alright, we've completed Arcane Supercharge. It's gonna be a nice buff to magic origin units. Should be good. Animal Kinship. I would like this. The problem is it makes us look furry. If it didn't make us look furry, I'd be 100% okay with this, but, yeah. Awaken the Forest. An army of animals and plants under your control is summoned. Yeah, it's cool, but if it's not spiders, I'm not interested. Havoc Magic? Yeah, let's shuffle library here. Spider webs. There we go. That's something. That should be done very soon. Orders required here. Yeah, you... head on back. You are coming this way. We have roads till here, so let's actually start building roads. I could, of course, have my spiders already be building roads. That would be smart, so let's do that. Just to speed things up. You're going to do the exact same thing. Head in this way. Yeah, it's quite unfortunate, because this just loops back, and there's no way... There's no way through here. Do I have to go all the way around? I don't know how to get down here. It's not through here. Perhaps I need to go all the way this way. This seems to be a way down at the very least. God. You know what? Go back. This is a dead end. Head back. I'm just gonna teleport to the outpost and attempt to do what I'm doing from there. Because this just doesn't seem like it's getting us anywhere. Alright, summon spells here. We can cast some new spells. I'll give the Chaos Eater another try, but I'm not going to summon it right now. What I'm going to do instead is actually... I'll ready the Astral Serpent, but then I'm going to hold on to my mana, because... Our mana surplus is starting to decline. We do have a shit ton of money. I could rush the production of the Wizard's Tower. Okay, this would be good. Channeling Chamber. Costs 300 mana to create, though. Wizard's Tower Teleportation Circle. Would this allow just armies to teleport back for free? Like, what does this mean? Because the Room of Recall allows the ruler to recall back. But everything else, I'm not so sure. Or we could queue up the Black Palace. It would increase our annexation range, but that's not going to help us because we can't annex anything more. So I would like some, you know, mana. Let's just leave it as is. We'll have 3 more turns there. This one is just going to take a bunch of time. As much as I would like to rush the production, we don't have the gold for that. I could get the gold for that, though, by doing some sales. And since I don't think we're going to get all that good of options for selling items, I'm just going to sell a bunch of items, which I won't make you guys watch. Alright, so I have bankrupted Leofric Shale and Korsgul Ulak with shady arms deals, so that is all in working order. With that money, I rushed the production of the Overlord's Tower in the Spinner's Feast, so it won't lose any more provinces due to rioting, so that'll be good. We don't have to worry about that anymore. We can get on with our merry lives. So, getting on with our merry lives will have to wait until the next episode, because this is where I'm ending today's episode. Right here. This was a less eventful episode, unfortunately. These happen from time to time. That's just the nature of these games, and I'm very sorry for that. But rest assured, we will begin to make our further moves. There are a couple of other free cities here that we would like to destroy. Pentacle, for one, and Seoul. Both need to fall. I will probably end up raising both of them because, you know, money. I might vassalize, nah, we don't vassalize. Not cities like that. We burn them to the ground. Alright, everybody. Leave this video a like if you have enjoyed it. And I will catch you in the next one, where we will move against these further free cities and make further plans to remove Brick's Heart Eater from the situation. Alright, everyone. Catch you all in the next one. Ash Heriter out.